In the landscape of British politics, the anticipation for change in 2024 is palpable, marking a potential turning point after an extended period of inertia. All eyes are on the horizon, expecting an overdue election in the United Kingdom, likely to take place within the forthcoming year. Legally, there's no obligation for Prime Minister Rishi Sunak to announce an election until December 17, 2024. However, there's a growing sentiment that the Conservative government's mandate, secured in 2019 during Boris Johnson's pre-pandemic and pre-Brexit era, feels disconnected from the current challenges and demands of the nation. The United Kingdom faces a formidable set of hurdles. A pressing cost of living crisis, coupled with soaring inflation rates, has exerted immense strain on public services, already struggling to meet demands exacerbated by escalating costs. Housing shortages and frequent disruptions in transportation further compound these challenges, all against the backdrop of historically high tax burdens. When Sunak assumed office from Liz Truss and Boris Johnson, he inherited a government marked by tumultuous periods and a significant decline in public support. His primary objective since then has been to stabilize the ship amidst the chaos left by his predecessors. Politically, Sunak finds himself navigating treacherous waters. His most formidable opposition arises from within his own party's right-wing faction, deeply concerned about immigration, cultural divides, and perceived breaches of the Brexit commitment. Sunak has been blamed by many within the party for Johnson's departure, causing a profound schism. This delicate situation forces Sunak to perform a high-wire act. He has resisted implementing tax cuts and has fostered closer relations with the European Union, actions that have irked the more conservative elements within his party. Simultaneously, he has championed conservative stances on contentious issues like immigration and transgender rights to assuage their concerns. Recent policy decisions, such as scrapping the H2 rail project, were designed to appease the right wing of the party but have failed to win unanimous support. Meanwhile, Johnson's continued presence in the media landscape keeps challenging Sunak's authority, intensifying the rift within the Conservative Party. Despite some modest successes, Sunak's efforts have not significantly altered the Conservatives' poor polling figures, with the party consistently trailing the opposition Labour Party by substantial margins. This raises pertinent questions about Sunak's reluctance to call for a public mandate. Proponents of the delay argue that Sunak is waiting for a substantial improvement in polling figures, even if some foresee an eventual defeat. However, critics see this inward focus on party matters as a neglect of the pressing needs of the nation. The delay in announcing an election seems to hinge on Sunak's hope for a turnaround in public opinion. However, as the country grapples with ongoing and pressing issues, many argue that further delaying the public's right to shape their governance feels increasingly unjustified. Regardless of when the election eventually takes place and whatever its outcome, the recurring turmoil within the Conservative Party echoes a cyclic narrative. Some voices argue that a respite from the tumult of Brexit, the enduring shadow of the pandemic, and the legacy of Johnson might be beneficial. Yet, as time stretches on, it becomes progressively challenging to validate withholding the public's opportunity to influence their governance further.